On Chicago's South Side in the early 1960s, a street gang formed. Black teenagers, 200 strong, known as the Blackstone Rangers. Over the past 25 years, Chicago police say they have trafficked in drugs, robberies, burglaries, and extortion from Lake Michigan West to Kedzie Avenue on Chicago's South Side.
They've been involved in every type of crime you can imagine: murder, strong-arm robberies, burglaries, you name the crime, they've been involved in it.
According to police, they rule their turf through fear, intimidation, and murder under a new name, the Rukn.
In relationship to the number of crimes committed, the number of people that were shot and killed in this city, they would make Al Capone and John Dillinger look like fireboys.
In 1967, Rukn leader Jeff Fort secured a $1 million government grant to train ghetto youths in new job skills. Instead, Fort embezzled the money and went to prison. By July of 1986, the Rukn empire had grown to include $2.5 million in real estate holdings on Chicago's South Side. Police say the buildings were bought with profits from the drug trade, and in one of those buildings, Rukn weapons expert Melvin Mays set up a shooting range.
One of the upper floors had been totally gutted, and they had created a firearms range over there, and that's where Melvin Mays went and did his own practice and taught other members of the Rukns how to use weapons.
But the submachine guns weren't enough for Rukn leader Jeff Fort. In 1986, he was serving 13 years on drug charges. For 3 years, according to police, Fort had continued to run the Rukn empire from his prison cell. And now he had another scheme involving even greater firepower.
No, not the one that ball.
According to FBI wiretaps, Fort told Melvin Mays to purchase a powerful anti-tank weapon known as a law rocket.
But first we need to get one to where we could see if it's all as well.
Law rockets have a range of 2 city blocks. They can pierce 10 inches of solid steel. According to the FBI, the plan was to commit a terrorist act for Libya's Muammar Gaddafi, a brother Muslim, for $2.5 million in cash.
Rukn members were considering such things as attacking a government official in another city and also taking down an airliner.
On July 31st, 1986, a meeting took place at the Holiday Inn in Lansing, Illinois. The FBI says Melvin Mays and 2 Rukn associates met with a man they believed was an arms dealer, but the man was an undercover agent. According to the FBI, Melvin Mays negotiated a price of $1,850 for the rocket, and the Rukns carried it home in a gym bag. They didn't know that the rocket had been deactivated and outfitted with a radio transmitter. The FBI says Mays hid the rocket in the basement of an Rukn building on South Kenwood Avenue in Chicago. 5 days later, on August 5th, 200 lawmen raided Rukn headquarters and the building where the rocket was stashed, still in its yellow gym bag. An arsenal of shotguns, automatic weapons, and ammunition was recovered. 2 Rukns at the scene were arrested, but Melvin Mays got away.
Melvin Mays is an extremely dangerous individual. He knows how to use weapons. He comes from a very violent organization that has been known to shoot people. We have every reason to believe that he, if trapped, will fight.
Last year, 5 members of the Rukns were convicted for their part in the missile plot. Gang leader Jeff Fort was sentenced to 80 years in prison and fined $250,000. But Melvin Mays is still out there. He's a flashy dresser who often wears silk and satin jogging outfits, topped with gold chains. He speaks with a pronounced stutter, and several of his upper teeth are missing. Mays, whose nickname is Maumee, is most often pictured wearing a beard and mustache, but he has been photographed clean-shaven. The FBI says he's a cocaine user who may be selling coke or heroin to support his habit. If you've seen Melvin Mays, stay clear. He's known to be armed. Just call 1-800-CRIME-88, and FBI agents from Chicago will do the rest.
Thanks for watching StreetGangs.com. Please like and share the video you just watched and leave a comment below to tell us what you think. You can also watch 2 of our previous episodes to the right. Please visit the link to our Patreon page and support our campaign. And don't forget to subscribe.